One love, Delta 9 travelers. What going on? What going on your side of the globe? One love. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in to the International Digital Connection. I'm telling you, another sunny summer day on my side in the beautiful Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. What's it like on your side of the globe, Delta 9 travelers? Where are you tuned in from right now? Anybody from Canada early in the flight? Because they got some wildfires right now burning in Canada that got the air quality in the red in my location. You know what I mean? I know what they're burning over there, but the fire is blazing in some parts of Canada right now. Big up to all the travelers and welcome in, welcome in. We got so many headlines, Delta 9 travelers. Oh my. Song check, please and thank you. Drop a 9 into the comment section for me. Let me know that I'm coming through and I'm coming through clearly. I'm telling you, big up yourself on this Thursday afternoon as we jump into all of these very important and trending headlines. A whole lot of headlines, updates, and things for us to analyze, right? Right thinking Guyanese, persons international. What's going on? We hearing updates about the leader of the opposition. We hearing there are some updates about the leader of the opposition and everything that's going on with the extradition case, right? There's supposed to be information or updates coming in from the Caribbean Court of Justice come the 29th of this month. The Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ, led by the President Justice Winston Anderson, will deliver the ruling on the 29th of July 2026 on the extradition appeal filed by Azruddin and Nazir Mohamed, right? So if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe because we will be bringing those updates to you right here on Delta 9 Media, making sure that we stay updated and abreast with all the details coming in, all the updates coming in. As you can see, the article right there, Delta 9 travelers, keeping one another abreast with all of these developments. I'm telling you, the president was out and about, very busy, very, very busy, highlighting these details about what's going on with the housing industry. Very important things as well that we got to analyze right here in this live presentation. I'm telling you, the 29th is the big day. For Team Win, what's going on? Big up to all the travelers right now. Team Win, PPP, APNU, ALP, VPAC, everybody in the house. Every single person that's a part of the live presentation. Let's hear what the head of state has to highlight about the developments that's coming for the housing department in the country, right? And then we're going to get some insights about housing coming in from the former finance minister. I'm telling you, big up yourself to all the travelers. Let's hear these updates.
Steel and cement subsidy that goes to very vulnerable persons has also benefited in excess of 4,000 persons. Having said all of that and take into consideration all the investment we are making, we still have the backlog challenge. And how do we intend to clear this backlog? Now, it's important for us to note the following. The number of house lot application received has notably increased from 2020 to 2025. When you compare that between 2015 and 2020, if you look at the chart, you will see that, for example, in 2015, from June to December, you had 2,000 applications. 2016, 5,000 plus. 2017, just about 4,700. 2018, 4,100. 2020, 6,700. Look at the difference between 2019, 6,356, and what we have received in 2025, 20,226 applications. Now, that is because of confidence in the system. That is because we have a lot of persons who are also remigrating. So Guyana faces a housing backlog now of approximately 75 to 78,000 pending application, and that is as of early 2026. What is interesting is that over 50,000 of that backlog is concentrated in Region 4. And that is one of the major challenges. 50,000 of the 75,000 is concentrated in Region 4. Now, despite distributing 53,000 house lots between 2020 and 2025, surpassing our manifesto promise, we still have this deficit because of the confidence in the system and because of the number of new applicants and what we had to clear when we came into government in 2015. So in our 2025 to 2030,
housing is into construction. That's where the money is. You diaspora people may not know, and many Guyanese may not know, but it is the housing ministry that was responsible for building Heroes Highway, not the Ministry of Public Works. It is the housing ministry. And they are responsible for building the extension of Heroes Highway that is going all the way now to cover them. They are responsible for building the highway from the bridge across the Demerara River going towards Parica. Housing is not into housing. Housing is into road construction.
Insights coming in from the former finance minister and presentation coming from the president. Different angles, different aspects to what's going on with the housing industry in Guyana so that we could understand what's really taking place, you know. We're going to hear from the person that used to deal with the books. Then we're going to hear from the person with the authority over everything right now. Remember, we're the persons caught in the middle of everything that's taking place. Big up to all the travelers. Let me see what the travelers are saying right now in the chat. We just hear a little brief sample coming in from the president, and then we got a chance to hear from the former finance minister, Mr. Winston Jordan, giving us some details. Big up to all the persons in the chat right now. Renard, what's going on? Dropping the nines, making sure I know we're coming through clearly. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for being a moderator as well right here in this live presentation. Ashmini, thanks for tuning in. Look at his facial expression. I tell you, analyzing people on site, right, Ashmini? Thanks for being a part of the live. Insightful commentary coming in from the Delta9 travelers, a frequent traveler right there. Thanks for tuning in, Ashmini. So look at his facial expression. What do you see? Phil, what's going on? Phil is saying bless up to the Delta9 travelers. Thanks for tuning in. June is part of the live. Good evening to everyone. Good evening, June. Thanks for being a part of this presentation. We're analyzing what's going on with the housing industry. VPAC was presenting certain things recently on housing as well. If moderation have it, she can pull it up for me in a couple of minutes because I'm going to give some more insights to what's going on right here coming in from the president and Mr. Jordan. Let's analyze some more of these details. Let's hear what Mr. Jordan is highlighting.
And you, if you got any sense and do a little bit of research, will understand who controls housing then and now, and why this massive construction of highways is being put under housing and not public works, where the skill set houses, no pun intended. Housing 30,000 backlog.
Huh.
But they're more interested in building highways. And where these highways pass is not going to house on either side the average poor man Guyanese. Those lands are gone well before the highway is built.
I'm telling you.
And you could see the proliferation of businesses that are springing up alongside these highways. But it's Ministry of Housing. The Ministry of Housing is not the Ministry of Trade and Industry. It is the Ministry of Housing who is building these highways. They're not building houses, they're building highways. Construction, that's where the money is.
I'm telling you, construction.
So they're coming back now for another $17.5 billion. Not to build houses, to build more highways. You can imagine if $150 billion was available for housing, including putting in the necessary infrastructure, like what was done under the Burnham government for places like South Wine Belt, North Belt, Festival City, Guy Hop, Tuckville, you name it, Amelia's Ward, Tuckbar in Barbies, you name it.
Call it.
House flats were given back in those days. House flats. They were well laid out places and spaces for churches, markets, playgrounds, religious, and all these kinds.
Listen, what Mr. Jordan is saying right there is a real thing, because I would have frequented these areas, right? And some of the streets is still that gray, heavy concrete slab, most of the inside streets, right? And they stagnate a lot of the development in that area, in a lot of them areas that you hear Mr. Jordan referencing right there. You know why? Because a lot of them areas that he's referencing is PNC strongholds back then and probably even till now. You understand? But guess what? We're hearing this so we could analyze as many sides as to what's really going on with housing. We're not taking away anything from the president, because guess what? The president used to be a part of the housing ministry for a number of years. And, you know, it's important for us to analyze and get some insights to what's going on, coming in directly from the president himself. You could analyze what Mr. Jordan's saying, analyze what the president's saying, bring the two together, figure out what's going on with the housing, analyze how we're going to invest and move forward, because housing is important, right? Very important. Let's hear these details.
And I want to go through a bit about this. If you look at, and I'll go to some region specific, and look at how we're going to, what are the plans? So if you live in a particular region, you would understand how we're going to address the issue of backlog. Now, let us go to region number 1. The backlog.
So Mr. Jordan was right. Honorable Mr. Jordan was right. There is a backlog, right?
In region number 1, as of December 2025, is 221. Now, we have not made any allocation between January to April of 2026. What we have seen so far is that number of new areas, lots, this is lots that is being developed in new areas, is 278. Now, we're hoping to have all of these lots available, which the right infrastructure, by the end of 2027. So we are very confident that sometime during the end of 2026, we can start the allocation for region number 1. And we will clear this backlog completely by the end of 2026. And by the end of 2027, all those who are allocated in Region 1 would have service lots so that they can have not only the construction of their homes, but the supporting infrastructure. In Region 2, the backlog is about 2,523. That is the backlog existing. The number of lots we've allocated since the beginning of this year is 192, which brings the revised backlog to 2,331. Now, we currently have 314 lots to allocate within the system, and we have 2,625 house lots to develop. We are currently acquiring lands to clear this backlog. So the amount of land on the CSP ownership in Region 2 should be sufficient. That is, after we would have acquired the additional plots of land to clear 90% of this backlog. The remainder, we have to buy private lands, and I want people to understand this. In Region 2, the government will now have to acquire private lands to clear the backlog.
How do you think they could have built the Heroes Highway? Because that space here in South Rhineville had been left there since the 1960s. When that whole area there was left, because the vision was there to build an alternative highway to the East Bank Demerara, right through those cane fields and so on. Success PNC never allowed anybody to build on that space. That's how when they came in, they were able to now have that easy access straight through. It was well laid out. Well laid out. And you see now these days they're building mall, what they call it, Massey Mall and Giftland and all this kind of thing. Long before they had that, South Rhineville had the first mall.
Shopping Plaza Mall.
Shopping Plaza. Because they had the first mall there. The idea was there before its time. Continental built the first mall in this country here, there. Real shopping mall. But unfortunately, it was built at a time when it was too ahead of its time, so to speak. Way too ahead.
In every single region. In Region 3, the backlog as of December 2025 is 11,148. We have allocated 329 lots up to May 2026. So the revised backlog based on the December 2025 figure is 10,819. The number of lots in the system that can be allocated currently is 526. However, we have already started to put investment for the development of 26,175 new lots in Region 3. It's important to note, however, that a number of applicants from Region 4, where we have that enormous demand, will be transferred to Region 3. So whilst this seems an adequate number to clear the Region 3 backlog, we will have to also invest more in Region 3, where there is land available to help to clear the Region 4 backlog. So,
all right, so there's some of the updates coming in as it relates to what's going on with housing. But guess what? Forces on the ground highlighting this.
Disgrace to the Christian church. You is a disgrace to the Christian church. You is a disgrace to politics. You is a disgrace to the Guyanese people. You got into the church with the jewels flashing. God don't want them things. The church.
I know what Angel do to this big one. What Angel do about it, I tell you, maybe hear something about going on right here. Because we're talking about housing, and we know that everything that's got to do with construction and the works has got a lot to do with a certain person.
People are not supposed to let you know God ain't want bling bling. God ain't want gun in your waist in church. If you believe in God, you don't gotta walk with gun in your waist. Gun is when you're frightened. You're a disgrace to the Christian community. You're a scam. You're a convict. You're a crook. And you're walking in short, skinny your teeth like if you believe in love. You come to deceive the Guyanese people. You're a scammer in parliament and a scammer in church. You're the greatest deceiver in this country. You promoting the course.
Well, you heard it there for yourself, Delta9 travelers. Persons analyzing some of the actions that they would have observed. But guess what? We're going to hear from some of the scholars, some of the sons of the soil. Very insightful, very intellectual. G.H.K. Lal and Honorable Dr. Hines. Both of them always here highlighting very important details with what's going on the ground so we could understand from a certain caliber of intellect. Let's get some of the insights from our brothers right now.
What is going to happen in his instance? Are he going to stand in endorsement of himself? It can't happen, and it can't go to one of his handpicked people, one of his handpicked groups. And so that's where
this Farmgate conversation is not toning down. No matter what's presented, no matter how many diversions, no matter how many different types of things they try to brush this one under the rug with, persons keep highlighting and analyzing what's going on with the Farmgate. 150 acres, or is it more? Let's get into some of these details. Plus, we got to talk live about what to do to Honorable Mr. Bailey, you know. We got to analyze live just the levels to which some persons really are going in Guyana right now, you know. We got to analyze it, but this thing is getting to a despicable level when we analyze just what persons would go, the level that persons would go to, you know, try to tear persons down just because they out here highlighting certain details. You know, here we're going on. We can get into what they would have done with Mr. Bailey, aka B-Man from VPAC. We're going to analyze them details live because I would have put up a video, but we need to talk about it. Let's make sure that I put up the number on the screen so that persons that would like to call in may do so. The number is up on your screen right now, Delta9 travelers. And remember that you can contact the number directly, or if you would like, you can use the WhatsApp feature locally and internationally as well. Big up to all the travelers and big up to everyone that's a part of the live right now. Thanks for tuning in. We're about to get into some of these headlines about the Farmgate coming from the doctor. What's the doctor's analysis about this?
here we are with this issue.
So
it's bigger than the land. It's bigger than all the creatures. It's bigger than the president. We need for Guyana, because if we can't get to the bottom of this and get there honestly and get there comprehensively and convincingly, this country, I don't know where it's going.
I'm telling you.
GSK Lally tonight calling for a probe of the president's assets, in particular his farm, but beyond that. And I think such a probe will have to extend to the
Respect for law that we have. That's the respect for process that we have. What is going to happen in his instance? Are he going to stand in endorsement of himself? It can't happen, and it can't go to one of his handpicked people, one of his handpicked groups. And so that's where we are with this issue.
so
It's bigger than the land. It's bigger than all the creatures. It's bigger than the president. We need for Guyana, because if we can't get to the bottom of this and get there honestly and get there comprehensively and convincingly, this country, I don't know where it's going.
GSK Lally tonight calling for a probe of the president's assets, in particular his farm, but beyond that. And I think such a probe will have to extend to the larger government
because the
Real
president
thing.
is part of a government, and you can't probe the president without probing the government. And GHK Lal is also saying it can't be local because of the way in which the institutions, the oversight institutions, are compromised. And so it has to be led by external forces. Good evening to you and welcome to Politics 101. GHK, did I get you correct there?
That's correct.
Let me take you further. The president said in his little chat this afternoon that everybody knows about the farm. Everybody knows that he sells, and he named Bounty, that he sells his products to, and it's no secret. Now, let me paint a picture for you and get your comment. So when ordinary people go to Bounty to buy chicken, more likely than not, they're buying the president chicken.
I'm telling you.
And the high prices of the chicken that they can't think is quietly determined by how much the president sell the chicken to Bounty for. GHK Lal, this thing is big. Let me paint the picture again. That's why I said when I meet orphan, I will shake your hand. I would not give him the Norton treatment. He said everybody knows what is farm because he just sell thing to the supermarket. He name Bounty. So when you not let me.
Yeah, I done taste the farm man already. I done eat produce from the farm already. People done fry down nice chicken from the farm. You know what I'm saying? Don't eat nice beef curry, beef coming from the farm, and you're playing like you don't know about the farm. I telling you, hey, big up yourself to all the travelers right now that are a part of the live. Almost 300 persons live with us, and we only been on for just a couple of minutes. Take a couple of seconds, Delta9 travelers, please and thank you. Cost you nothing but a couple of seconds to hit that thumbs up button so that this live will be boosted in the algorithm. Let them know that we're bringing forward information that is important and trending and worth the while. Thumbs up the live, cost you nothing at all. Support independent media. Let's hear some more as the doctors analyze what's going on, because people don't taste what's going on from the farm. People probably eating produce coming from the farm and they don't even know. You don't eat cow coming from the farm already, buddy. Nice beef, nice lamb chops, all kind of thing. I tell you.
Take you out of the thing and take me, because they might say we well to do, right? We're not part of the economy, but we well to do. When the ordinary lady, the ordinary man goes into Bounty, more often, more likely than not, he buying the president chicken. And when he pick up the chicken and he watch the price of the chicken, or she pick up the chicken and watch the price, she put them down back and suck the teeth. Because the price is too high. High prices. According to the president's own testimony, little does that woman know that the high prices that she can't think is partly determined by the president of this country. Because what he sell to Bounty for, Bounty can make a profit.
Real thing.
Mr.
Bounty
GHK Lal, please comment on that.
We know where prices are. We know where meat prices are. What I didn't know, and I thank the president and you for that, was the man selling meat.
Yes.
I didn't know that he got his farm. Maybe I might be the only person in this country didn't know. And I didn't know that he got 150 acres. But he acknowledged all of that, and we thank him for that. Now we give we some more. He's selling chicken. People can't buy food in this country. People can't get 3 spare meals a day. That's a fact. Right? The government could try and tell you about the data aged. They'll come up with your own one. So one of the drivers of higher prices, and not only greens, is the protein we get from meat, beef, pork, chicken, poultry. All right, so you know, I don't think you got pigs there. At least we ain't hear about that yet. So, directly and indirectly, the president is a vendor.
Yes.
A supplier. Yes. And the supplier is a supplier's market. This is what the price is.
That's right.
Take it or left it. Take it or left it. Right? And now the bounties of the world, and we just use bounty for reference, whoever it is, got for Taka and their little markup for stay in business.
If we don't wake up to what's going on right now, then the sleep is going to be the destruction. Hysen, thanks for being a part of the live. And special thank you, Hysen, for being a channel member right here on Delta9 Media and supporting independent media. For a while, one of our loyal channel members and frequent travelers. I hope they don't have intentions taking away folks' empty lot in Region 3. Listen. You hear that word that was used? The government will have to acquire. The government will have to acquire more lands. Remember, AG would have highlighted the ways that they can now acquire and updated the system so that they can acquire and pay without persons really and truly being able to reject, right, the acquisition. It's serious. It's a lot of things, a whole lot of things for us to analyze. Big up to all the travelers right now. Devanan, thanks for tuning into the live presentation.
Right? Or to be in the meat business. So, I want to take this further than the actual price mechanism, Dr. Hines. The president is the president. What are he doing in business?
That's it.
What is he engaging in commerce for? And if he got commerce, he could tell you that everything's supposed to be in a blind trust. Is he also competing with regular suppliers and shoving a little man like me who might got 10 or 20 chicken for sale out of the picture? Because you got to patronize, as we say. That's the word, right?
Yes.
In this global scenario that have business and their wives, they're gone into politics and the business is still running. The money is still banking in the family name.
Right.
Oh, I mean, you're splitting hairs when you're saying how you know if an Ali's wife didn't say it to him, but that's our business. How you gonna tell us we can't increase the chicken production?
Right.
We all think Delta9 travelers. Call it in, drop it into the comment section. What's going on with this Guyana Farmgate? A number of different angles, a number of different, perspectives about this whole situation. Let's see.
This scandal and controversy that they concocted seem to have given them life and energy. So they're sucking. But what is the scandal? First of all, the president has spoken, and the president has explained that the acreage of the land is not 150 odd acres as they have said.
We want it in
that it is somewhere
feet,
about
perimeter, 13,587 feet, and we want the area. We want the area in acres. How much you see here? 219 acres. Okay, 219 acres. All right? No.
This man lied to the extent that he exaggerated the size of the farm, not even half.
Now, B-Man exposed all of these different ways of analyzing the size of this farm. And them all deal with B-Man real wicked. We can analyze all of them aspects right there. Greetings, what's going on? Welcome to the live.
Blessing love, my family. Blessing love.
Every time.
Blessing love, my family. Blessing love to you here.
Same to you and you.
How your day going, my brother? How your day going?
Great, man. Sunny. Putting some work, so don't know what's going.
Yeah, man. It's not doing some laundry, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. You ready, man? So you have to take it towards at night.
Yeah.
No, with all of these revelations, the opposition leader can bring out no proper evidence, and the size of the farm is different, and all the committees. What have they bring out to show that that is not what they have?
Listen.
Anything that they bring out so far that rebound what the opposition leader is saying?
A lot of conversation, a lot of circle addiction, a lot of gaslighting. Look over here, a lot of frustration, needless frustration, like we're gonna highlight with what's going on with what they do to B-Man and a number of other persons. A lot of tries to change up the headlines. You know, there's a lot going on, buddy. But not addressing the real situations with documents and proof.
The real issue and they're not addressing it.
A lot
of real issue. But like I said before, my brother, look at the majority of people who are defending these people. If they do check at them, they don't own a house, they don't own a land, they don't own a car, they don't own nothing in their name. You check at it, bro. See all the people that are defending these people, and they're making billions. And you there, them white mouth person doing making nothing.
Bro,
when you're defending a man,
there's a
defending a government, where, bro, eating out you food every day, my brother.
Bro,
you understand me?
That's a very dark reality, And the thing is this, persons gotta realize, you know, the realness of life, because watch. I think people realize so, but I don't think sometimes we analyze it. We got like about 50 years, buddy, in this to really say we enjoying and dealing with anything that we call in life. Let me say you start at 2021. You got 50 years, buddy, after that you're downhill from 70, you understand? And it depends on how good you take care of your health. It's going to determine how fast you're going to go downhill. You got 50 years, buddy, 10 presidents. And we can't play around.
Look at it. Since 2019, it's claiming how much backlog and how much out application, out land application. What have they done since 2019 to now to rectify that problem?
Past couple $1 trillion budgets. We know for sure. We know that for sure, and there's a lot of things that, you know, there's a lot of things that we could look at with them.
Just look at it, eh? We just passed 60. You hear me, brother? We just passed 60, and 3 major things. We backing up all the time. We backlogging up all the time. Water, light, and land. Up to now, we can't correct them 3 things, my brother. And next 60 years coming, we stand there behind. You understand me, brother? We still are behind.
Let's hope that at some point, the persons that are a part of the housing industry, the opposition, the persons that need these houses, we all realize that we just Guyanese, buddy, with 50 cycles around this. Then we to 70, we going downhill. I don't know anybody else that's living right now to 125, 150, healthy and strong like me and you, and can say we really vital and can deal with the things that we would entail a good life and great experiences to be. And after the, you know, your health started to go down and these kind of things. So we want to live and enjoy the country right now. And we want to live and
Bro,
enjoy the benefits like other persons, right?
Poverty and stress, bro, killing people a lot.
Yeah.
Poverty and stress.
Yeah.
You hear me, brother?
Yeah.
And the government is realizing that it's poverty and stress killing a lot of people, bro.
You know
you
what?
understand?
You know what else,
I
too,
think
bro?
people going to get arrested and them thing, bro.
You know what else, too, bro? A lot of it has got to do too with. They see the same thing we're talking about, the poverty. It comes with a poverty of persons not having no time to devote to themselves because of the amount of stress and time they got to devote towards trying just to find a way to feed themselves and their family. There's a lot of things that persons don't even look into as far as health. We got one of the most nutritious plants in the world that can prevent a lot of persons from getting sick, a lot of ailments when it comes down to the circulatory system and stuff like that. And people is just see it and just treat it anyhow. One of the most nutritious plants in the world, we could research it right now. Moringa, M-O-R-I-N-G-A. We call it Saijan in Guyana. Right? Moringa, we call it Saijan. Yeah, we call it Saijan in Guyana, right? You see the leaves? You could ground the leaves into powder. And that's one of the greatest remedies, you know, for what? Diabetes. Check it out for yourself, Delta9 travelers. You understand? Time. Yeah.
If I was in that position as president, bro, you know, nobody want to move me from there because what I would have done, bro, like Shorey, develop your country with the people there, bro. You can't develop the country and put in road and this infrastructure and the people them starving, bro. The people don't have no way proper to live. Look at how much Guyanese renting at this moment. And you saying your population booming and your economy booming. Look at the percentage of people who are renting. Those are massive concern of, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, I give somebody else another chance, bro.
Big up yourself. Thanks for calling, Inky. Insights coming in from the frequent travelers. Yeah, poverty got we bad, buddy. Got the Minister of Health highlighting certain things about what's going on in the country. Right? Let's see if I still got that banner up so that I can bring it up and show you exactly what the Minister of Health was highlighting. Do I still have that? I don't see it. I'll bring it up another time in another presentation and show you what the Minister of Health was highlighting about the ailments with the circulatory system. One of the most important nutrient factors for the circulatory system, magnesium, iron, and them thing, right? And when you check, same moringa like I point out, free. All you gotta do is put it out in the sun, and you get a herb grinder when you're done, and you grind it into powder, sprinkle it on your food. It don't have much of a flavor to it, right? But it's very, very nutritious. Very nutritious. Big up to all the travelers. I'm telling you, it's a Thursday, and we're taking the things that we're gonna analyze right here on this live to a whole different level. We're gonna get into some health information as well. It's just a precursor. Big up to all the travelers right now. Greetings, we're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Yeah, bro, one thing I forget to mention, big up yourself on the pictures them you have on your screen, man. I glad Guyana could be like that, man, you know? One people, one nation, and one destiny. Everybody unite and build the country, man.
That's the only way that we're going to really do it.
I like the backdrop you have in there, brother.
Big up yourself.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, but one love. It's all about love, buddy, because ultimately, I think sometimes we don't realize that it's only a matter of time for all of us. We all on this journey together, and this journey leads to the ultimate place for every single person that can hear me now and that can hear this live in the future. It's all about living in love, buddy. Who got time for hate when life is so short? Life way too short for all of this level of corruption we're going on. You understand? It's making sense, you know, for some of them, but for some of them, you know, we really got to wonder what they rationalizing. Maybe here we're going on right here. Maybe here we're going on right here. Well, the poll is up on the channel, right? What are persons saying about the poll? Do the new updates on the Farmgate scandal point to absolute corruption? Yes. I tell you, yes. Cover up is falling apart. I tell you, forcing 6 to 7% of the voters are saying the cover up falling apart. That make it big so persons can see, right? No, there is still no hard proof. 17% is saying there's still no hard proof, right? Now, another 17% of the voters is saying both sides are just playing games. I don't know if the opposition is playing games. I could tell you the opposition is serious because the call for the resignation of a president is no normal conversation, especially when you're a part of the opposition and you're in the country. There's a lot to come from things like that, right? So big up to the entire opposition team. 17% is saying both sides are playing games. I tell you, boy, hey, 6 to 7%. Yes, cover up is falling apart. Do the new updates of the Farmgate scandal point to absolute corruption? I'm telling you, persons are analyzing it. Let's go back into some of what's being presented by the AG about this same situation.
That's the first inaccuracy. Secondly, that the lands were acquired long before he became the president. Thirdly, that he got financing from the bank in the form of loans to finance his project. Fourthly, that all his assets and liabilities are disclosed to the authorized agency, that is the Integrity Commission. Fourthly, that he never used his office to benefit for his personal benefit. Neither did he act in any conflict of interest scenarios. Now tell me which piece of evidence, which of these allegations, which of these contentions of the president have you seen a scintilla of evidence to contradict? Have you seen any evidence that the farm is not 150 acres? Or that the farm is 150 acres? Have you seen any evidence that the president has not taken a loan? Have you seen any evidence that he acquired the farm while he was president? Have you seen any evidence that he used
we want it in
the office of the
feet,
president
the perimeter,
improperly?
13,587 feet, and we want the area. We want the area in acres. How much you see here? 219 acres. Okay? 219 acres. Alright? No.
This man lied to the extent that he exaggerated the size of the farm. Not even half.
I tell all of them.
Well, the man say, as we want to do measurements, measure this, we get something for do. And the man clap it upon Honorable Mr. Bailey and give you some big distractions recently that he's about to clarify so that he can be completely vindicated from this nonsense and this disrespect that they like to bring to melanated men. They like trying to pin these kind of foolishness on us, you know. I'm telling you, pick up yourself, Mr. Bailey, completely vindicated and here to clarify just how low some persons will go here because you're highlighting certain things.
Them hands off, because I'm a taken man now. Tell the ladies out there.
Off.
Good, hands off.
Me husband
We're going to clear up some things with the public, and we Rishma. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we're going to clear up a couple things with y'all, because I'm hearing things I ain't like, right? And, well, we're in the quest for answers, and people made some allegations. Apparently, Rishma, you rich.
No, why rich?
Rich woman.
I been rich, I wouldn't be up here if I been rich.
But apparently you're a rich woman. When I post and I say 25,000, they give me a
Yeah,
public
$25,000 a month.
assistance. But
Yeah.
Reshma did tell me, in all honesty, Reshma said that 25,000 is better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
It's me trying to tell Reshma that's still unfair. Reshma, you're 36 years old now,
Yeah,
right?
36, next year I'm going 37.
Good. Reshma's 36 years old. She didn't get public assistance for 34 years. Am I correct?
Yes.
For 34 years. After 34 years, within the last 2 years, she was offered public assistance of $25,000 a month. I'm saying that's cruelty. Now, I post a video with me and my new friend, Reshma. I tell all of them, hands off, because I'm a taken man now. Tell the ladies out there.
Off.
Good, hands
this
off.
This is me husband.
So I tell my friend Reshma, I said, I post a little video and I tell y'all, I said it's unfair and I'm campaigning, VPAC will be campaigning for Reshma to get a house. She said in the video, y'all saw the interview on VPAC, she would like a house for her and her family. She's currently staying with her family. And $25,000 is cruelty. But some of y'all come in my comments, and too many of you that it was on my mind this morning, I said I'm gonna come and sit down with Reshma and have her All right. So I said we're gonna come back and have a conversation so that we can discuss this, and I could ask Reshma. She's very intelligent, right? Y'all gotta stop calling on my phone. Hold on. So I said, let me come and let me and Reshma do a little live and explain to y'all is what really going on and why, yes, she need a house. I hear accusations that you living with your sister?
Yes, I live with my sister. Everything what's talking on the air is everything. I live with my only sister. Three my sister.
Your parents passed away?
Yeah, my parents passed away. I'm on the brother sister.
How long
Your
one sister. How long your parents passed away? How old were you?
Since I was 12.
Since you're 12 years old, you lost your parents.
Yeah.
Right? And you're practically fending for yourself. You got your sister taking care of you. Now, do you have a house that the government give you somewhere? A house?
Well, this is the home that we live in. Me and my family, them, over years that we live in. Everybody said that I'm working in the market, me rich. Nobody never come to me and tell me that thing. You know, girl, what is it? Think me passed around. Nobody never come in. Only Mohammed talk to me on the market, and the girl from Lusican market talk to me, Vidya talk to me. Again, I talk it about.
Good, but you get it 25,000.
I get it 25,000.
I want to know, are you making millions of dollars at the market when you go to the market?
No.
Hold on. I'm breaking up. It's because I was getting a call just now, guys. Are you hearing any better now? We want you miss nothing Reshma got to say. Is it any better now? Please, somebody write something in the comments, or we might have to record this and thing it for you guys. Well, let me put the camera on you, Reshma. You get your time in the spotlight for talk your story. Can you guys hear Reshma? Please let us know. So talk your story, Reshma.
Yes. When I come into the market, I'm going to the market. As me collect 7,000, so the market alone. During the week market, as me collect 2,500. I don't go every day on the market.
You don't go every day on the market?
No.
So now if you're making 2,500, we had a discussion when I was here last about how much it costs you to go to the market and come back. How much is it?
Now we know that this page here is one of the propaganda page that share news back for the PPP and stuff like it, right? And yesterday it posted this. You read it and see, you know, they're
So we get a chance to see Honorable Mr. Bailey out, rendering some assistance to our sister in need, right? And guess what some persons went and did? Listen, you gotta hear and see this for yourself.
Alleging that Francis Bailey would have, you see what's going on, right? This morning the girl posted it.
People trying to hear my business, but it's too liar, right? And I tell you something, I don't like what Guyana people trying to do to me life. I don't like that. If I trying to live a happy life and I can't live a happy life, I gonna see what to do. I gonna work hard for y'all. So I just disabled girl. That man me the one day. Right? I trying to scam people, people trying to help out me body. I get my wife and you're going to living happy in a home body. What y'all trying to do to me? I is living happy. I is happy and I is house. Me and the relative not happy. Me and the relative do not happy. If I is happy, attacking people name on the street, me not happy. Who shall ever do this? I please take them.
Now you say, Loed, how does this video affect you? What is your problem with this video? Now, I get that Francis Bailey is a political enemy of the PPP, and so they got to take their cheap shot. They got to discredit him. They got to try to embarrass him and all this stuff. Like, do y'all think? Because they say, you know, politics is a dirty game. First of all, I don't believe that politics is a game, much as a dirty one. It's a call to responsibility. It's a call to lead. It's a call to manage resources and take care of people. But let's leave that alone. Even if you want to attack Francis Bailey, the fact that these people didn't sit down to think how such wicked and vile accusations could affect the young lady whose picture and name is published over social media, and them and their stupid mouthpiece that don't have sense and no reasoning skills are sharing it all over the place, not processing for one moment how this could affect this young lady. And you want me to believe that these people care about Guyanese?
Dark reality on the ground right now. Dark reality, Delta9 travelers. The hotline is open, the numbers on the screen, and drop it into the comment section. Let's have some right thinking conversations about this. This thing is crazy when you analyze it, you know. Telling you, Hisen is asking, since the tilapia is carrying mercury, is there any information on how they're being fed on the farm? Since in some countries, they feed them with antibiotics. Just asking. I'm telling you, there's another question for what's going on with the farm and the farm gate. Utah, thanks for tuning in and for being a part of this live presentation. Utah's calling them out, right? It's real disgraceful, you know? It's very wicked and disgraceful. Could you believe that she's just trying to get some assistance, you know, and Mr. Bailey is just there looking out. But because he highlighted certain other things as well, all of this got to be going on, and persons getting caught in the crosshairs and all kind of thing. Ashmini, thanks for being a part of the live. When Nandala live, it is make me belly bile, I tell you. It's crazy. Crazy situation on the ground, Hisen.
A lot of you are going to come and tell me, Lord, I tell you, shut your mouth and stay out of people's business. Don't get into politics and rich people business. Me give me the politicians and the rich people. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Everybody get there's a pattern in notice with these people, you know. Look.
Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Greetings, Delta. You know, it's so low class of what these people are doing. I mean, once you start exposing them, the depth they go to. I mean, look at what they're doing to Francis here. I mean,
yeah, that's not. Even more so what they're doing. Even more so what they're doing to the sister, because it's like, you know, how you gonna drag shit into the media like that, and that's not even what went down, you know.
Exactly. You know, and these people, you know, they're so classless. I'm telling you, some of the stuff I see. I saw James Bond was on yesterday, and he's defending the president, and he's belittling Azruddin, and you know, it's sad. I mean, they have a bunch of their attack dogs. I mean, which other one? This one, this guy Prince, he's another one who comes up with stuff. Then they have another one called Aaron Prince. You know, it's you know, I can't believe some of the things these guys are coming up with, man. I mean, once things, you know, and they're standing up so much. I was listening earlier about what Anil is saying there. I mean, they have not, their father never came out with anything. When he was at that CARICOM stuff, he said when he come back, he's going to go live. Like, we haven't seen anything yet. What are you waiting for? And he have all these, I see Freddie Kissoon is defending him. Anil Nandanal is defending him. James Bond is defending him. Like, why can't he not do the live he said he's going to do? Right?
We get a whole calypso competition defending it. I tell you.
Right.
Okay.
You know, also, it's now if with Anil stuff, Anil said the man used to sell juice and stuff. He was selling juice. I don't know what kind of fruit juice. So this
did say that for real.
Yes, Anil did. Yeah. Also, you know, and this is the man seems to be a business family. His son sells lemonade and makes $10 million in a day. Now, there is also, I heard there is allegation. His wife allegedly has a cafe in one of those new hotels. I can't remember the name of the hotel that was recently opened. His wife has a cafe. She has a cafe in one of those hotels. Allegedly, yeah. So
you know, it's a great initiative if all Guyanese could have businesses, because it's not a lot of you know, right?
Right.
But it's just the thing with the corruption part, right?
Well,
they got more persons coming into the country, so it's great if a lot more persons can get into the industry of hospitality and a lot of other industries and make a lot of money. Guyanese should, because guess what? If we don't, foreigners will, right? But it's the corruption thing, buddy. That's the part.
Well, bro, exactly. You know, I can call, like, there's, I mean, all these contractors, and again, as I'm seeing again, I keep mentioning this Jumbo Jet. I see Jumbo Jet is now doing an ad showing you how he got up and where he started and whatever. Now, is he trying to be ahead of the game? Because when things start to come out, he can say, well, this is where I started, and this was, you know. But I saw Jumbo Jet now, they had 3 race car at that circuit there on the weekend. This guy has got a big company. He sells trucks. He has teamed up with some Chinese. So he's the official dealer of a truck called the Sino truck, right? The same Jumbo Jet, Azruddin showed a video where he got a big plot of land in Echoes, was supposed to be for a kids' playground. That place is converted into a showroom for this guy. That's where he's storing his truck and he's doing stuff. So, bro, the connection and the corruption, alleged corruption, whatever, it's very, very
allegedly. You see these things. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's one of the main issues that's causing brain drain. That's one of the main issues that's creating opportunities for us to have things like this to even discuss, because we could have been discussing the president speaking on housing, and then the connecting story could have been the opposition highlighting different ways how they're going about helping the president to go about with the initiative because it is sound, there's no corruption as a part of it, or even if not so, we could be highlighting what's going on with the housing situation from the president's perspective if it was being done in a way where persons are not highlighting some of the very things that we're going to showcase right here on this line. It's crazy.
Right. Now, I mean, all these new highways they're putting up, all the prime lands around that highway, you're going to see who's getting those lands. It's foreigners and all friends and connections. All the prime stuff there, it's going to special people. I mean, we can see it happening, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but remember what we learned about when persons take over the roads or take over a street, they now have the opportunity to control what's going on with the businesses along that roadway as well, right? And then when you get certain contracts for building certain highways, bridges and stuff like that, you also get those privileges for the connecting roads and stuff like that. So, you know, that's the play right there.
Exactly. Also, I saw, what's her name? Judy Latchman. She's now a magistrate, right?
The chief.
They're saying since in January she has been. Now again, they're trying. I don't know if they're trying to get ahead of the game here. As you're saying, Azruddin stuff is coming up at the end of the month.
29th.
So if 29th, if Judy Latchman is now a magistrate and things have to go back to the court, which means Azruddin will have to face a different judge because Judy is now a magistrate. Also, there's another lady there. Oh God, I forgot her name. She's an acting magistrate. She's been there way before Judy.
Yeah.
And Faith Magasti.
Yeah.
Faith Magasti has been an acting magistrate, and I don't understand how they leapfrog Faith Magasti and put Judy not as an acting. She's now a magistrate, right? So again, you can see. So I don't know if they're preparing because they're gonna go all out to get whatever they're trying. In Azruddin cases, like how many people they held up one of this guy there, Mark Richmond. Then they went after his mechanic. Then they went after the guy who did the tint on his vehicle.
It's crazy. Carly, you there? Carly, you there? Well, seems like we would have lost the caller. All right. So, seems like we got a disconnection. Big up yourself and thanks for calling in. A frequent traveler, very insightful, and always have insightful details to bring to the live, right? Big up to all the travelers that are live with us. I don't know how the call dropped. I don't know what happened right there. Big up to all the travelers live with us right now that are a part of this international digital connection, right? Let me hear some more of what was going on right here before we move forward with the headlines.
When Mohammed decided he's going to run for president, they go and get a little girl and they put him on guy in this critic show. And she come and accuse the man of you guys see the stuff? Up to this day she disappear. It's one of the two things you're telling me. You're making Guyanese an idiot. If it is that she was molested, Mohammed should be in jail for it. If it is that she was not, then you are playing in the face of Guyanese. This is something a lot of women in Guyana deal with on a daily basis to this date. You don't care how it could trigger people. You don't care how people feeling disrespected like something that I live through. You playing and making it a game on social media. And the disrespect for something that so real that like game, you know, showing you Mohammed came out and he exposed the farm situation and everything. All of a sudden now they bring back up paper shots murder. Why you all hear me and no Guyanese? They bring back up paper shots murder. All of a sudden they now remember you get murder. Because Mohammed, you play here and go to we or we gonna and so it's one of the two things they're telling me again. Is either Mohammed is responsible for the murder and y'all know it, but refuse to put him in jail. So you're disrespectful to paper shots family. Or he didn't do it, but you could use this death and this pain and this trauma that this family went through and plant it back in the face of people just to get your political mileage over this man. You don't care about people and how they're affecting them. You just know that you are silence this man and you can do anything. No matter how it's affecting and burdening and bad something guy these people. Y'all really think these people care about y'all about it? When they talk, y'all think I have something against the PPP. I concerned about the people. And I want y'all try to hear me, especially PPP supporters that ready for attack me. Just try to hear me. If it is that they believe that Mohammed is murder paper shards, why you need a motivation to open his case? Why you need why Mohammed have to go and expose a farm? You get vexed. If you believe somebody's a murderer, why is he not paying the penalty for this? It tells me therefore that you do not believe he's guilty of it. But because we could use it to try to silence him, to intimidate him, to scare him off, this is what we're going to do, regardless of how it affects the guy's family. It therefore tells me that you don't care about the man family, which is a Guyanese. And if you don't care about his family, you're not going to care about me. And you're not going to care about them, and you're not going to care about she, and you're not going to care about he. And I just want Guyanese wake up and see the wicked, cruel evilness that these people function with when they have to do it. Today for them, tomorrow for you. Again, I wanted to register, I don't want nobody think that I'm out here in defense or supporting the Mohammed. Go back to my social media and see which party that I was advocating for last elections. Or I thought should have won last elections. I don't care about the Mohammeds. I just cannot see. Again, what PPP and Mohammed do have nothing to do with me with each other. I am looking at how you're trampling on the trauma and the pain and the death and the lives of Guyanese people, buddy. Just to make Mohammed look bad, you will do whatever you got to do. And then you're trying to make me feel like you're the government that care about me. And it might not affect me, but my community that I was a part of, my family that is still down there, my friends that are still down there. You want me to feel like you care about them? Well, they could be blindsided if they were, and they could pretend if they were, not me. And this is why I've been saying all the time that I believe the next...
Taken alone. Have you seen any evidence that he acquired a farm while he was president? Have you seen any evidence that he used the office of the president improperly? Have you seen any evidence that he entered into a conflict of interest situation in relation to this farm? None. So
a very important topic, and of course, solely from the perspective of what the public needs to know and what the media can help the public to find out about the president's farm. So on July 5th, this is when the public first came to know in any large way about this particular installation, because the leader of the opposition visited and did a video on this. And this is followed shortly after by a brief statement by the president in St. Lucia. A type of a flippant statement, he's saying, I see there's a lot of excitement in Guyana, obviously referring to the expose. And he said, I'm somebody who delivers what I preach. And when I come home, we will organize a tour to the farm, and you'll see how farming techniques are done, and all will be well. And he gave a thumbs up and so on. So that was a bit cheeky and flippant for a head of state being asked serious questions about his own business enterprise. So it's not about, how efficiently he's doing agriculture at the farm, which is what he is hoping to show us. He said, when he comes home, he'll take us on a tour. It wasn't anything at all about the efficiency of the farm. It's about how the farm got there and how it was developed and so on. So that said, he returned home and there was no tour organized to the farm. I don't know if that's coming sometime down the road.
Almost anybody who knows the president would know that the president has had a farm. That farm, I can't even remember when, 15 years ago, thereabouts. The president has done large scale. And look, let me tell you, I'm not brown-nosing anybody here. I know this for a fact, and I feel compelled to speak about it. I know the president was doing chicken on a commercial scale for the longest while we were in the opposition, long before.
To suit the agenda.
Yeah.
You understand me, bro? Because they just want you to be fascinated on what they're telling you. It's not what you're asking of them. They want you to be fascinated of what they're telling you, my brother.
Yeah.
Because up to now, although the Mohammed is a lying person, they haven't produced a shred of evidence to contradict what he's saying.
Yes.
And again, my brother, you see who are the people that are backing this man, that are backing this government? 95% is people like me and you, bro. And then you know what the international observers and them gonna see? That, hey, this man is the country. Look, it's not people them alone singing, look. A lot of different ethnicities backing him.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know when we gonna wake up as a people. I don't know, bro, when we gonna wake up as a people, my brother.
Serious times, bro. Serious times.
And that is what I'm saying. The opposition and everybody, all the opposition, they've got to come out and make this man call for resignation. Right, international people, them are here to thing, bro, we wasting time as a people. We the people have to put pressure upon these people. Now you see what they bring out? Or they're a bill, they'll start the foundation, destruction again. Huh? All the time, but they didn't bring up that solution. Huh? The way till Farmgate. What happened with the council opening?
Yeah.
Not one add to another added, a different added.
The Guyana Development Bank, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back just now. They're gonna start giving
out grants. Yeah, the bank can't open yet. The sheer add this government doing. The sheer add the places.
No man, the good thing about it with the bank is that the bank is gonna come. Cause you know, with an establishment like that, it's not just gonna be a click of the finger, and you know, there's a number of things they're gonna have put in place, and a lot of persons are gonna benefit because there's a lot of things that need wiping clean right now. So persons should be putting in their applications. You understand?
Take a pill.
Yeah.
Take a pill, my brother. You just mentioned something, not zero. You say a lot of people will be benefiting.
A lot of persons.
Can you want it a little bit? Let me understand what you're saying.
Well, why I say a lot of persons are going to benefit is because of this. Remember, you just highlighted, right? You just highlighted the fact that they need good structure.
I want you to realize, look at the people that are going to be benefit from it. That is what people are saying.
Well, super not drink. People in there go get a school, you're making jokes. And right now.
What is it now? Once again, don't say they don't have to put no collateral, they don't have to this, they don't have to that.
Well, exactly.
Now you want to borrow all these millions with no uncertainty how the government getting back this money.
Well,
I don't think it's right.
Well, it's a situation where if you analyze it, it might be the thing that persons were calling for all along, but with a different name. Persons in calling all the time, they're saying they want larger cash grants. Persons in saying that they should get more resources coming in. There you go. Still complaining. See?
Again, it's only different people. And look who the people that are making the odds with him. Look of the ethnicity that's making the odds with him. Just take a look and note, my brother.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, I really wish a real thing, Dion. I really, this is one of the greatest things that I be hoping. Guyanese, get off this racism thing. Oh, jeez. I understand it. Don't feel like you don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's
can't
gonna
done, bro.
hold. It's gonna
Can't
hold
done.
you. It's gonna hold we back in one of the greatest ways. That look, when you let racism chain down your mind, there's so many things that you close yourself off to. It don't even make no sense. The experiences lose off on most of the experiences in part of your day. You understand? Depending on how you're
Yeah.
interacting with the world. If you're interacting with it in a racist perspective, you done looking down on a person you don't even know. You done got a conflict in your head from an old situation or from something that somebody programmed into you about a whole other culture. You understand? It's crazy. It's something that is holding us back in the greatest way. That's one of our biggest hurdles as Guyanese. That's what I think. If we could conquer that racist thing. But you know what can help people realize it? Watch. You see that same large influx of persons coming into the country? Watch, we can start to respect one another more. Watch. We're going to be forced to. Mark White telling him.
Just now we learned to speak Spanish, my brother.
Well, we were already being
Just
taught to
now we
speak.
have to
You were
learn to
already.
speak
You,
Spanish.
they didn't teach you Spanish in secondary school? Y'all are not Spanish in secondary school in GT? No?
Yeah.
Hey.
But at my time it was not so prevalent.
Yeah, we
Don't
had,
know where to bring it.
we had Spanish. We had Spanish, but that wasn't one of my strongest subjects. I ain't even going from. But we had a Spanish teacher for a good couple of classes. Yeah. Yeah, man, big up. Spanish is good for persons to learn Spanish. Spanish is one of the leading languages in the world. And the good thing about the amount of persons coming into the country now, they got a lot of opportunities for language exchange, because it's always a great asset when you can learn another language, right? You can use it as a means of employment in some parts of the world. You understand? It's an advantage that you can leverage in many, many ways. Long before. Okay. Maybe here's some more of what's going on with these details right here coming in on this headline. Oh, let's not forget Team Delta, Team Samsung, keeping us connected no matter where in the world. Delta9 Media is located. Big up to all the travelers live with us right now, keeping us on a whole different altitude. Let's try to keep the comments, even though we might not agree with the persons, right? Because of the platform, let's just try to keep the comments a bit more civil, right? Because of the platform. You got to respect the rules of the platform, right? Just asking. Please and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Big up yourself. To every person that's going to catch us live in the rewind in the future. Thanks for tuning in. Drop your comments in the comment section. Let's have some meaningful conversations as well.
To government in 2020.
I reply to comments individually. Yeah, I do.
20. I know that he produced vegetables, and in fact he had a fruit juice business.
What?
A fruit juice business. When we were in opposition, I remember him bringing juices to sell in Georgetown. Him and his...
Listen, one of the things that persons should do, right? And we're being real. Is when you hear some of these claims that are being made right here, let me listen to some more.
His late uncle, with the one who died not so long ago in an accident. And as I said, I'm not because he's the president. I am saying that these are facts that I know. And I feel compelled to speak about them. There is no law. There is no code of conduct. There is no regulation which stipulates that a member of government can't have a business while he holds the office of government or office of a minister or the president or the president.
Attacked the leader of the opposition. So it's for the leader of the opposition to answer that. That's not our business. But he did make one very interesting intervention as it relates to the media. The only medium he referred to was what he termed Kiskadis. That could only be a reference to this less than 1 month old platform called Kiskadi Watch, which I'm the editor-in-chief of. So, I was gratified for the shout out because it showed that, maybe he recognized that in our coverage of this matter, we had touched serious issues and he felt the need to sort of refer to us, not in a way that was complimentary, because he was trying to suggest that any questions that are raised about this are purely out of order and there's no need to, because he's the president and he doesn't really have to sort of justify what he's done. But of course, he must justify what he is doing. And so the questions that have arisen, it's not about whether or not the president should have a farm, as some people have tried to frame it. Certainly, leaders of countries and others in important positions can have businesses. The question is, usually there are rules that govern this type of thing. That is, if you would like to be the president, you would like to make sure that you would insulate any of your private transactions from the hint of any influence from your work as president. So in other countries, you create blind trusts, or you transfer your assets to somebody else who's running the business. So there is no suggestion at all that presidential influence is being brought to bear on your business and you're having undue benefits. So, one of the best ways to look at this would be if you were to put yourself in the shoes of an ordinary person who was intending to have a farm. Let's say that you were interested in acquiring 20 acres of land. Now, there's a big dispute over the size of this acreage because it has been alleged that it's 150 acres, but the president has said that it's less than half of that. So we can take his word for that maybe it's 60 or 70 acres or whatever it is. Whatever the size it was, if you wanted to be a farmer like
100% well-crafted seamless. Only the best.
You didn't have another job. You were the president.
Nothing less.
You weren't into some
Paid butterfly.
A natural way to stay ready, baby. 'Cause I'm ready for you, Mr. C.
The ultimate male supplement. Men's total wellness formula. Packed with essential nutrients for men's health.
She'll call you Mr. C.
Other side business that allowed you to do to make a living, but you wanted to be in a farm. How would you have gone about it? And because it's important for you to understand the kinds of things that the president might have had to overcome in establishing this farm. And it's in overcoming those things that gets to the crux of whether or not presidential influence has been brought to bear, and that people who've engaged with the farm have engaged with the farm in the expectation of some benefit down the road, or they have given discounts to the president. So let's start at the starting. That is, President Ali, supposedly when he was minister, had been conferred with leasehold rights to about 20 acres by then President Jack Dale. Now, what process did he go through to get this? And let's say if you were an individual looking for 20 acres, what process would you have had to have gone through to get that? Would it not have taken months? Would it not have taken years for you to apply for land along Long Creek in the Sioux-Cyclendon Highway near to St. Cuthbert's? That land might not have been easily available to you. So perhaps influence was brought to bear from the very start, by virtue of the fact that, I was a member of the government and I had a good relationship in the PPP. President Jagdeo was okay with me, I made an application for 20 acres of land and I got it.
I'm telling you, big up yourself to Mr. Fasad. Stabrook News might have closed down, right? But guess what? Still making waves, still out here highlighting the important and trending headlines. So check out Kiskidi Watch. Big up yourself, Mr. Fasad, wherever you're there.
Now, the question that should arise is, should I be applying for 20 acres of land when I'm a minister in the government? And should President Jagdeo be conferring that on me, considering that there should be a very well public-oriented system where applications are made to the Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission, and then you go through a process to decide whether or not you are eligible for this and whether or not we should give that to you. Now, did President Ali go through that process when he was a minister or even when he was a private citizen? Because we're not entirely sure of the timeline, and that's one of the things we need to know as we go along. So we can go through the entire list. Let's say you wanted to be a farmer and you got hold of the 20 acres of land. You were lucky, and your application went through a certain process. How long it would have taken, I don't know, because these things, people who are dealing with land titling and land acquisitions, they know they go through a long time applying and hoping for approvals, and sometimes this goes on for years, and you have the royal run around, you go from pillar to post. The question is, what process did Mr. Ali or Minister Ali have to go through, and was that process completely acceptable within the framework that others would have to have applied? So we are putting this question in the context of what the ordinary farmer in this country might have had to endure if they wanted a farm the size of President Ali. Now, if President Ali was allocated 20 acres of land, this farm has grown. So it appears that at some point, he then made an application, or somebody made an application on his behalf, for an expansion of that figure. So again, you have 20 acres. Have you begun to use it gainfully? Have you occupied it in the way that a plan established? And now you're applying for an expansion and you're going to get it. So those questions also have to be explained and answered. When did you apply for that extension? On what basis did you do so? And did the authority permit that based on the fact that you'd been given a previous 20 acres and maybe not developed it into something? So should you have gotten that? And then there are a whole series of ancillary issues attached to that. That is, if you were going to be building a farm in that area and there wasn't a road there and you needed to have a road built, you needed to go and make an application to the NDC in that area, perhaps maybe the village council, depending on the proximity to some culverts, or maybe to the Soestdijk, Linden NDC, if that was the closest one. You would have to have gone and made an application for an access road to be built. And the runaround that would have probably cost again. You'd have gone there and they said, oh, you want to build a road, really, for what? I mean, who are you? And come back and see us in, 2 months. You got to put in an application. You got to hope for the best and whatever it is. You'd have gotten a royal runaround. So here again, it's all of the infrastructure that goes with it, right? So you wanted a road. Then you wanted to say, okay, I'm going to be building a road into this area, but the place is dark. I don't want to go in at nighttime, this, that, and the other. And, I'm afraid that I could be weak.
Then there's nothing wrong with that. If we want to change that, then we should change it. But unless it is changed, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I see a man, another educated man, calling for a commission of inquiry. A commission of inquiry about what? Imagine I own, and this is a fact, I own a couple properties in Georgetown, commercial Georgetown. The opposition leader said I own 40-something. Obviously, it's not 40-something. I own a few. They were all acquired before I became a minister, or while I was out of office, before I entered government, or while I was in the opposition. Imagine a man wakes up one morning and he discovers that I own those properties. And he makes them public, creating the impression that I acquired them while I was in office. And then another one who wants to obviously get his name in the newspapers and want to jump on some populist bandwagon calls on a commission of inquiry, calls for a commission of inquiry. I have to subject myself to a commission of inquiry because you concoct a scandal? What are you inquiring into? These people are rudderless in the opposition. So they are trying to concoct and fabricate one scandal after the other. Up to now, I'm trying to, I think the land mass that they're speaking about is about 60 to 70 acres, according to the president. In fact, I have seen them disclose in the social media leases, government leases with the president's name of it, in relation to the same land.
Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media line.
Yeah, greetings again, Delta. I guess I got dropped, my call got dropped earlier. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
I realize it, baby.
Yeah, I was just finishing out that thing I'm saying with Faith Magotli there. I don't understand how she was put aside and Judy, got that position as the chief magistrate. Like it's kind of funny. Anyway, I was listening to Mr. Nandalal there saying, I mean, all of a sudden, all of these guys got all their stuff before. Like, Suzanne cell phone and chocolate, and she of stuff. What's his name? Mustafa took loans, and he got all his stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone, all of these guys, all of a sudden, they had their stuff before all of these things is coming out right now. Like, oh my goodness. Then there's the Amerindian affair lady there. She got all these, allegedly all these houses and all these properties, and it doesn't make sense. Last night I watched a program with Dr. Hines, and Sharma Solomon was on that program.
Yeah.
And he was talking about all of these things that's happening with this whole housing thing. And, Sharma, from the way he spoke, they know, like, they understand what's going on. But, like, everybody is helpless. Nobody can do nothing. I don't, understand, like, what's going on. They have this, the PAC stuff has to start pretty soon, the Public Accounts Committee.
Yeah.
You're going to see how much stuff they're going to find that's wrong and so much stuff to be accounted for. But, bro, it's just that the stuff gets, you see this and then nothing happens after, right? James Bond actually said that yesterday. He said, you know what? Azruddin come and make his story and bring out the Cowgate and all of these scandals. Everybody rev up for a couple of days and then it's all gone. Like, he himself even realized that. So some of these things that's coming up, like, nothing is getting done. That's the sad part of it. And these guys just keep getting away, and they're getting away with everything. Very sad. Nothing. I mean, they get skin up. I mean, and this whole thing with their plan, before you know it, it's gonna die down. And then, I don't know, the Marudi stuff. Look at the Marudi stuff. You're not hearing anything about Marudi anymore.
That's very scary that you're not hearing nothing about the place that MPs were chained out of, right?
Exactly. I mean, that just died. I mean, so much stuff. Again, the things are coming out, but nothing is getting done about it. And that's why these guys, they're just doing and I don't know when this is all. Also, I feel sorry for the people of Guyana. The people also, they're helpless because once they started come out, they will shut them down very fast. I mean, as I'm saying, I saw what happened with that protest for that little boy there in Berbice. And they're not going to hesitate. They're not going to let anything. As soon as, something comes up, they're going to shut it down. And, that's the whole thing of democracy. I don't know what's happening with that. Also, I mean, Irfan Ali also said, he spoke about that driver's license stuff. Until now, he said in 2 weeks, they're going to start pulling people like, I mean, it's been 3 months or 2 months now. Like, so that's why whenever this guy say anything, right?
Yo, it keep
Like
piling up on the amount of things that you just could say, hey, remember the president, he said this? Remember he said, if we behave ourselves, we get the cash around Christmas time? Remember he said,
right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like, I mean, when he was talking about the housing thing there, like, somebody said, look at the man face. Like, you can see this, like, he just say things, bro. He just say things, right? And that's why I honestly don't believe how genuine this guy is. When he was riding around with his bicycle and he was throwing basketball, like, the guy is a showman. He's just doing stuff for show. And coming, like, with all of these things that's happening, some of the things, the way he comes out, like, the guy, he's like, he has no shame, man. No, like, he's kind of shameless. I thought he would go back to Guyana and try to talk to the people and try to address this whole situation and come, clean again or try to think, but nothing. Like, it's like bullyism, man. They're just bullying their way and they stay there, bro. Right? Okay, bro. Well, continue the nice program. And I want to compliment you on your program. I must say you run one of the most unbiased program. You're one of the most, you're very neutral in what you're doing. And I do admire that about your program, bro.
Big up yourself, man. Respect it. Thanks.
Okay,
We'll keep it up. Greetings. We're on to Delta9 Media line. Yeah, man. How your volume now, so low?
Yeah. Bro, you see, this is what I'm talking about. These people that have certain positions, like the Attorney General, them should need to be elected by the people of Guyana, not by no government. Because you're the Attorney General, you're supposed to hold every party that doing certain things that in for the people accountable, not backing the party. You understand? What Attorney General are you? Because you're not standing up for Guyanese, you're standing up for PPP, the party that put you, elect you there. That's why these guys need to be elected by the people, all the GCOM and all these places where the people that these parties put there would affect the decision of Guyanese people. They need to be picked by the Guyanese people.
Well,
not by
they would call for constitutional amendments. You gotta get more percentage of the control of power to do that. Because you can't
it's all about that. Whoever gets in, that person, whoever gets in, gotta make these things, not keep them there for them to like protect them. But make these change for the people of Guyana. Let us see that you're not one-sided, that you're giving them to choose the people them that would represent them, not your party. I see you representing the PPP party. He's supposed to, the Attorney General, bring up an investigation against Ali and make sure everything is as everything, the I are dotted and the T are crossed, clearly. Not different and knowing that the Attorney General, whatever you're saying is a bunch of BS. I wanted the man to brush your teeth and wash your mouth. Because it looks like it's full of it.
Nah, we ain't even gotta go to that. You know, we gotta be rational with it and really look at what's going on in front of you. Right? Watch. Well, let's read this piece and lay on. But watch. You see when we do that, we give them man or the AG, the president, the VP. Those three men are very skilled at what they do. You're talking about one of the youngest presidents in the Caribbean. You're talking about some of the politicians in the Caribbean that would have had a lot of achievements at a young age. You're talking about an attorney general who's been serving now for more than 10 years. experience would give him the opportunity. The access to all the knowledge and information, the resources coming out to Guyana. Don't give them no
Let me tell you
out,
something. Let me tell you
playing around with
something. The
people.
Attorney General
Yeah.
control his own means in certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
But Ali, like my friend said, Ali and Jagdio is the vice of the president, which is the vice of Ali. That's what my friend tell me today.
Yeah.
So anything Ali don't speak of what Ali wanna say.
Yeah.
Whatever Jagdio says is what comes out of Ali's mouth. So Ali don't not like the law would come and talk a bunch of things that crazy Ali big word. Ali don't. Ali is the vice of Jagdio. That's why Jagdio say I'm the vice, not the vice president, the voice president, the voice of the president.
See me the double entendre we hear in all the time.
Yes, the voice of the president.
Well, you see, you just confirm what I was saying. Very sophisticated persons playing this political game at a high level. And we keep saying, boy, them are playing fool for catch wise. And we got to make sure that we ain't falling fake, boy. Not at all. They got to do better. Big up yourself, Al. Thanks for calling in.
Anytime.
Yeah. Big up all the frequent travelers. Now we start to analyze and get into some of these details with a refresher with some of the aspects to the paper sharks case. We're going to get a chance to hear from, at that time, the lead attorney. We're going to hear from law enforcement and Mr. Burke as well. Here we're going on right here, so we could stay abreast with these details. A lot of new developments, a lot of updates coming in with that as well. New persons in custody, bail, $3 million persons get bail, all kind of thing. New persons wanted, all kind of things. Here.
Even though he made a reference to the station diary, that the station diary proves that Bascom did not bring in Randall Bacchus. It was his attorney. From the time the crime chief said that yesterday, police officers at CID started texting us saying, that's a lie, that's a lie. Ask him to bring the station diary. And even though he made a reference to the station diary, you notice he never presented the station diary. Is it disconcerting to you as well that a crime chief is using an article from a newspaper as police evidence to disprove what a sergeant of police said?
Yeah, that goes without saying. But here's the other thing that was most disturbing. The two people that Mr. Bascom has identified in the Guyana Police Force as the persons who committed certain acts, the head of the major crimes and the crime chief. Why would you bring them on a press conference? What are they going to say? Yes to the allegations? What are you bringing them for? You bring some other, attempt to at least bring some other senior officer who is of some experience in investigations to present the evidence. It's bringing the two. It's like asking a suspect to debunk the evidence of the person who's identified them as a suspect. And then you're asking us to believe that is a credible statement. I don't know why on earth the two persons who were the subject of Mr. Bascom's disclosures would be in the press conference.
Intricate details to what's going on. Things that, if you're sharp on, a lot of what's going on, because the case has been kind of open shut, and a lot of things might slip us. So maybe stay sharp with these details, right? Rasta Empress, one of our very, very insightful moderators, always bringing these types of comments in the comment section, taking the life to a whole different altitude, right? We need to begin looking out for ourselves and each other. Real thing. Look out for one another, support one another, right? I keep saying to persons all the time, a lot of persons, send in your music. We get millions and millions of views. I'm sure that you can find a demographic among a lot of those persons that view the channel, right? Big up to GT Youths. We gotta make sure that we drop a sample from his most recent album as well before the live has ended. Listen, there's so many ways that we could look out and support one another, right? We get millions and millions of views over here. So how can you leverage a lot of what that can bring for anything that you're doing, right? Big up to all the travelers right now that are part of the live presentation. Very insightful commentary. Politicians don't care about us. When they bicker, the people feel it. Yeah, that's what's going on. Watch, people getting arrested, persons finding themselves into all kind of situations, right? You're hearing persons get 150 acres, then you're hearing now it's way more than that. And then they still got persons that are looking and hoping to have an opportunity to even have a place to call home. Less than 1 million, less than 2 million now we can say. Because we're hearing that the numbers went up. Less than 2 million people. There are communities in New York with more than 2 million persons, right? Do the new updates on the Farmgate scandal point to absolute corruption? We got 52% is saying, yes, the cover-up is falling apart. People analyzing it like Mr. Passad from Starbrook News. We hear Dr. Hines, GHK Lal. A lot of persons are analyzing a lot of aspects to what's being presented right here. People want to know and asking real questions as well. Pick up to all the travelers that are live with us. We got 35% saying both sides are just playing games. 35% think the opposition is playing games with the Farmgate scandal. 35%. 52% is saying yes, the cover-up is falling apart. And then we have just 13% is saying no, there is still no hard proof. I tell you, I guess that 13% of persons are on the side with the Attorney General and where he's presenting. Because the Attorney General just literally referenced that and say, hey, there's no this, there's no that to show X, Y, or Z. Right? Big up to all the persons who participated in the poll. Big up to everyone who took a couple of seconds. It don't cost you nothing. I know by now we would have had over 500 persons or more live with us at any one time. So please and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, on all platforms. Take a couple of seconds. Thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button and share the presentation. Help persons to be able to stay updated with what we are presenting right here, right now on Delta9 Media. Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media.
Yeah, your brother, I'm one of them 13% who vote that there's no proper evidence in Terminus on the government side, my brother. You're mixing me up, my brother.
Huh?
You're mixing me up.
13%.
Because when you say there's no hard proof evidence, meaning that the government hasn't bring up no thing to respond what the opposition is saying, my brother.
Yeah, but I give persons the option. I give persons the option now just to see the views in a broad perspective. You understand? Because you see this, there are people that think like that. You understand?
Yeah, my brother. Because you said there's no hard proof, meaning that the government haven't produced no proof yet how they acquired this land and how much is the acre of land.
But I want to see the.
So that's why they posted that percentage of that percentage.
Okay. Okay.
I mean to say that there is no hard proof that it wasn't put out on there and we see what's going on. I mean that there is no, and the talking about that's not the site, that was this, and that was been 15 years ago. But where are the paper trails? Where are the evidence?
Yeah.
That is what we speak about.
Okay.
Everybody called it Jones Island, Nigerian, but no one having do it like how nobody come and do it and show us satellite and measure it accordingly, baby.
Yeah. Yeah,
No
but
one
you
having measure like that up to now.
Yo, what you think about
And then
the political?
50 more acres untouched so far. So that is measure yet.
Let me tell you something. When I analyze what's been going on sometimes in the headlines, right? It's be real entertaining, you know. Watch. Daily would have highlighted this. Honorable Mr. Bailey highlight some very intricate details to what's going on right here for us, right? And then watch what happened just couple days after. Persons really get no shame, you know. Look what they went and do. Expose a set of foolish allegations that had no foundation in the truth.
I want Bailey to sue that newspaper, sue the editor, sue everybody, and get billions of dollars for that stuff.
Yeah,
I want the young rich too. I want she sue them too, because that is very. I look. You see, I tell you about the guy who come and call the opposition leader. He left out no letter from the alphabet, but yes, that person, the country president like that, you will see that time today. Where the ERC? So the ERC and everybody who relates to this government are just siding with the government. Now they moved Julie last month. She, remember, Nandalal don't view she and said she's taking too long. So what they do? The move she said she had, they don't want dismiss her from the case. They put she up on a higher platform. So that she automatically get removed. So these people say, you see what these people are doing? But all the CCJ is taking real key attention for what's going on. And I believe they should take the next 3 years, then prepare for it. And by them, and by them, the opposition leader and the rest of opposition people then will bring out more evidence and make this president resign. We have to push this president to resign, my brother.
And persons got.
Chinese people have been suffering too long under this corrupt PPP government, my brother.
Big up yourself. Thanks for calling.
Big up yourself.
And for dropping those insights right here with us. I'm telling you, persons definitely voicing their opinion about all of these headlines and so much that's been going on. So many trending headlines, so many things for us to stay updated with, right? Let's hear some more of these details coming in about the Paper Sharks case.
And Mr. Blanham inadvertently answered a question we have been asking that the police refused to answer. He said that the police received information from Roger Khan, wherever they received it from. He confirmed that the police received information that Mark Anthony, I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, was a suspect. Did I hear him wrong? Did I hear it correctly?
Well, that's Mark Anthony. That's Mark Anthony.
Mark Richmond.
Mark Richmond.
Mark Richmond.
He's Mark
So
Anthony.
Lanham just said that Mark Richmond's name was given to the police as a suspect, correct?
Well, I made that note because he did say that Roger Khan said that Mark Richmond was the getaway driver. He did say that.
Right. And the police was reluctant to say that. Now that the crime chief has confirmed that Mark Richmond was the getaway driver, obviously they would have had to investigate that allegation, which confirms what Mr. Bascom said, that he was a part of the investigation. They went to arrest him, but at the same time, Mr. Caesar had the man up in his office marching through CID to bring cars, load of cars from Mohammed. What do you think about the ethics of that, Mr. Slow?
Well, as I said, that was a start in revelation, because based on him, Roger Khan told them that Bacchus was the shooter, and that Mark Richmond was the getaway driver. So I don't know, apparently they believe that if you're the getaway driver, you're not part of the crime. So apparently no attempt was made. Well, on the one occasion, according to Bascom, they went to Richmond's home to arrest him. He wasn't there. It was evident, according to Bascom, that he may have been tipped off that the police were going for him, and then he fled hurriedly. And then there's evidence to show, well, not evidence, the allegation is that at some stage thereafter, Richmond went to CID headquarters to Mr. Caesar to deliver the keys for a motor vehicle or one or more motor vehicles. And the man wasn't arrested. As far as I am aware, and as far as what is being said, the man was never questioned in relation to this murder.
Wow. Never questioned. I wonder why all of these new developments and everything that's going on now, right? I'm telling you. Marcia is saying we need the opposition to go to the Exxon Mobil boss man, APNU MPs and the Win MPs. Marcia is saying we should go up to 9 o'clock. That's a good idea. Delta9, we gotta go up to 9. Powerful point. Sounds like a plan, Marcia. Thanks for tuning in. Ashmini is saying racial bias is not the way to go. We must first conquer the feeling of antisocial when elections arrive in Guyana. Yeah, we got Deponwiites, like, because if we don't, persons are gonna continue to use it, and then watch. We're suffering in a number of ways and having to deal with a number of hurdles. And when the problem comes, is the regular persons in the street. The same people that gotta live next door to one another, our children gotta go to the same schools, we gotta deal with a lot of the same hurdles. Then we gotta make sure that we keep that kind of unity when it comes to, you know, other things as well. We gotta be unified and realize that the benefit of the country is on our shoulders now, because we of age and the people are the ones with the power, right? The people are the ones with the power ultimately to make the change in any country, buddy. Any country, the change begins with the people. Change begins with us. Watch at all of this that's going on right now.
Outstanding. This is remarkable. And the crime chief has actually admitted that Richmond was a suspect in this murder.
Yes, that's why I'm wondering, Mr. Slow, as a former assistant police commissioner, I'm not sure if you were at one time law enforcement, the head of law enforcement for the force, but I'm wondering what was the objective of this press conference? They seem more to be defending Mohammed. The effect of that press conference is that they were basically defending Mohammed against Dion, what Sergeant Dion Bascom said. That's the impression I got. And simultaneously, while they were having that press conference, Mohammed issued a statement that seemed to coordinate with what the police was doing.
Well, let me respond by saying, first of all, I was never in charge
butterfly
of
black seed,
the CID.
loaded with antioxidants and essential nutrients for your body's needs. Breathe better, feel better, live healthier. All the benefits of black seed oil without the taste. 8 butterfly black seed capsule.
Sleepy is the only diaper brand in Guyana with such a wide range to choose from. We cater to all babies, from newborns all the way to stage 7. Our collection includes Sleepy New, Sleepy Sensitive, Sleepy Natural and Organic, Sleepy Night, and don't forget our fashion jeans. Most of all, they're available in both paste and pull-up styles. Sleepy, Guyana's #1 selling baby diaper, available at stores nationwide.
Press conference, the press was, that was to debunk the allegations made by Dian Bascom. They said it. So that was the objective. This is not a case where they were going to say, well, we are going to try to get to the bottom of this, because apparently they are already there. And therefore, the stated intention was to debunk the allegations by Bascom. Remarkable again, because they too admitted in the release that they haven't contacted this police sergeant yet. No one has contacted him to interview him in respect to the allegation they made. They were more concerned that the allegations were made against senior officers. The man who sits in the chair of the commissioner actually said so. The seriousness is not the allegation of itself. The seriousness is that it was made against senior officers. That is what this thing was all about.
Right. And coming back to you, Nigel, there's another something else that is so startling to me. And Blanham, studied up. The police commissioner said in a statement, this matter was referred to the director of public prosecutions, which we call district attorney here. And they are awaiting advice from the district attorney. But yet he's saying they're there to debunk it. That's number one. And number two, he claimed, without interviewing Bascom at all, that Bascom presented no evidence when there was no forum for him to present evidence. Do you think that based on their actions there in that press conference, 24 dormant lodge for it, post it and left it on Facebook, because this is minor evidence to what I really got, right? Now, I come for a deal with this thing they send me about the but this liar come and bring by my house. I couldn't accept it, but I had to bring it because I noticed something, so I had to bring it, right? The first thing I get on 24 Dormant Street Lodge for it. That was 1 years ago. Right? 24 Dormant Street Lodge is where they address these letters to, 24 Dormant Street Lodge. Right? That was 1 since I went to the police college. It born and I lose everything. I had to start all over again. I was born and I had to start all over again. I come when I passed it from the police college, I come with a couple pieces of clothes. Right? I work hard in the bush and buy things and so on. Everything burned up in the house. Right? So I had to start all over again. This is 24 Dormant Street Lodge. Right? I had to start from scratch. Now, I'll read this letter. I can show you. This one is from Azruddin Mohamed. Right? This one's from Azruddin Mohamed. He sued me and he said I gotta make a public apology. Right? Within 7 days. Right? What I can tell you is Azruddin Mohamed. Right? I don't care how much money you get. Use Nagad. And if I did know you still gotta call me. Yeah, son, God is life short. You're not gonna live for the next 100 years. You still have to die. Don't come and twist it again. Memories, life is memories. All you do is building a little more than me. You're gonna left on your horse, build a little more than me. And then life is good and bad memories. Right? So you're gonna go through some hard times, you're gonna go through some good times while you're alive. If I did, I don't dare and gone like everybody else. A lot of people die. You understand? So you're killing me and mean nothing to me. Right? But this is so as he said me, say I gotta make a public apology or pay $25 million. Right? From a lawyer, Punai. This is from Michelle Caesar, right? Same lawyer, Punai. This is for $50 million. Right? So they've done $75 million, right? This is from Punai, Mr. Caesar. The same lawyer as Azruddin Mohamed, the accused, or what I should say, the mastermind, right? The mastermind. And the chief investigator, the person that investigated this matter, right? And the mastermind, you were the same lawyer, but look what going on to Mark Richmond taking me for $100 million, right?
Mark Richmond take me $400 million. The suspect in the matter. And guess what happened? The lawyer come and bring this thing to serve it on me yesterday, right? With the lawyer bring all three this thing together. So come to get the police officer in charge of the major crime investigation unit, take the same lawyer as the mastermind of this thing and the suspect in this thing. All these people think come together. Now, what already going on here? Right? The next thing I want to tell y'all, when that a big robbery, when Azruddin Mohamed lost them goal, right? Mr. Caesar and Azruddin them working on it together. I know who was moving around with them too. Mark Richmond. Mark Richmond was moving with them and doing an investigation. Y'all stop playing like y'all blind. Right? Y'all didn't hear his voice when the finding money was talking. So don't think that I come here for lie. And I want to tell y'all also, don't feel like talking. No, don't ask why I'm talking this now. I'm going to explain everything to you at the time. Right? Don't ask why you're talking this now. Or why you choose now for talk this. I can tell y'all why. Right? The reason why I choose now for talk this, I've been holding it tonight time and people telling me don't do this, don't do that. I got a lot of victimization in the police force. I went to see Mr. Akins. And Mr. Akins chased me and tell me, he said he was the police. He know me for years. I trained when he was OCTSU. Right? And he see me something, he's all about getting too fat, boy, you know, and them kind of thing. And I go to see Mr. Akins and Mr. Akins asked me if I was the police. And I say, yes, sir. The man said, don't ever come and see me again. He said, here I tell you, don't ever come and see me again. And then yesterday, Mr. Akins put the officer from OPR, Mr. Beard, for call me and tell me that I must come and report to OPR. Right? Now, how could OPR investigate a matter when I mentioned Wendell Branham's name as one of the main persons of Mr. Wendell Branham? Listen to anything that Mr. Caesar tell you. Mr. Caesar been doing wickedness under Mr. Wendell Branham for years. Right? And when the OPR finished, right, the file was ever to do after go to Mr. Wendell Branham before it go to the DPP. Right? So how OPR could investigate this matter and call me for give them statement? The police complaint authority supposed to be looking after this matter. Or some international body from the USA or Canada or England or somewhere. Right? This matter can't be looked after by Mr. Beard at OPR. Nothing against you, Mr. Beard, but this matter can't be looked after by you. Because when you don't still have to go to the crime chief. And whatever you do, he got thing and send back and tell you for do this or do that or fix this or fix that. Right? So you can't investigate this matter. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Mr. Caesar, you sue me. Right? You don't have to sue me again. You understand? You will have to sue me again. Because I know a lot of things about you. A lot of things. Remember, I work with you. You use me. I see little black boy, you stack and say, strong man, go over there and locate some places. We already morning rate coming up. And I've gone and do it. And when we go, we be successful. And I've been doing it from since it was Sergeant Season Party, the Inspector Season Party, and then the ASP Season Party. I know I never know in between what party was me. And I never go up on the police square and shake nobody and I get no money. I never get nothing, but I hold it up all the time. With all the things y'all do to me. You understand? With all the things y'all do to me. The second week I go up and leave, Mr. Caesar put Mr. Bacchus to call me and tell me I was going to lodge me firearm. I tell Mr. Bacchus, me life. I get threats on my life. I can't lodge his firearm and so on. He said, well, make contact with Mr. Caesar. When he hung up the phone shortly after, Inspector Guyana called me and tell me that I was going to lodge the firearm at TSU. Instructions that they're going to lodge the firearm. Now, because I risked my life for the police force and because I go up and leave, I had to go and lodge my firearm. I went and I lodged it. I applied for a firearm 2 years ago. And I never give it. I want to straighten out certain things too. After I apply for the firearm and then do nothing, me and Sergeant O'Brien, he tell me the commissioner of police going away. And then we go and talk and see if we can sign everything. Everything done do for it. I just see you approve it, Mr. P. Right? He tell me to go and see. And we went over there and the secretary tell me that he meeting come back next week. We left when we went downstairs. And the driver trying to tell Sergeant O'Brien that the commissioner coming down 5:30. And then we come back over 5:50, we could see. The sergeant, they got wrong since I didn't know why talking. I know like I could verify this. The sergeant tell me let me go over to and say no, I'll leave it till Wednesday. Come me man go no and the man holler upon me. He said no, the man is a man who was meet people. You understand? They could approach you. We left when we went over. And while we stand up downstairs, waiting we see when my staff he come downstairs. Mr. Akins walk downstairs. Mr. Akins, you're gonna recall this. You walk downstairs and you see me, Sergeant O'Brien, the driver and the sentry, stand up. I went in the car now, O'Brien and the two sentry we talking. And you told me, so y'all doing on here. Me my y'all on here, man. Watch how you move from here and you start all up on me, chase me. Right? And this is how come when Mr. Blanham said, but thing with firearm, because when the thing out in Kaicho, Mr. Caesar saw a car wrong. O'Brien went over back to me playing cards, and he make a joke with Cosmore and tell he ended up telling Cosmore that we went to see the commissioner shot man chase me. This is what he said. And Cosmore ended up now going to tell Caesar when the thing comes to the paper and he started jumping around. You know, he told to tell Caesar that me and O'Brien went over to the commissioner Friday. Right? And he called O'Brien and asked me, what you went to tell the commissioner? What you boss come to the commissioner for? O'Brien said me and he went for check for me like he's gun. Right? He see O'Brien again. I said, Obi, tell me the truth, man. I mean, you good. What you know man went over there for? Obi said, boss, for me and the man went for check for me gun. Now you been trying to put it in here that me and O'Brien went and tell Mr. Afi something about you, or tell Mr. Afi something about paper shots or regular threat. Plus the article didn't even have nothing properly inside or no waiting evidence like the things I talk out. It just said that the person threatened me or whatsoever. You understand? So all these things we are thinking, people say that I end this and I end up. Now, the next thing I want to address, this guy, Mud Water or something like that, who put up something about me last night or when. Yesterday, somebody called me phone, a female called me phone, and tell me she's from some media house and so she's from she working as a journalist and she wanted to talk to me so. So I asked her, say, which media house she from? She said she from Uncut News. Right? So I see you from where? She said Uncut News. So I said, oh, you could be from Uncut News and call him for talk to me. When you are promoting this guy and he racing so you're coming up. You understand? Remember then I know what's going on. Right? She said, and she tried to tell me no. She tell me no. We is the person that been exposing this thing of following this paper shots more than all the time and so on. And we is the one that threw up this sex video with him. So I told him, man, main thing, I'm gonna talk to you later. Right? No more water make a set of thing and thinking because I refused to talk to them yesterday. Make the do that. You understand me? Now, Mr. Caesar, you know that I know a lot of your dirty story. So about people and you come and you summons, I want you to summons me or sue me again. What's right with these people, sue me again. Right? You remember the Rasta man, Bumbadi, what alligator them go and break the car, I can be $4 million. I get to them from my Coney. When them are going to catch alligator and start beating, and alligator and actually taking alligator pass back some of the money, and 1 point something you missing out with the money. And when they start beating more body turn and say Mr. Caesar got them, he say, yeah, I can't get about it because Mr. Caesar got them. And the people them go to a man in the underworld, and the man talk to you, you pass back the money. You pass back, you reverse the crime. I don't show me evidence already with Mark Richmond. I can't give out everything I got. I gotta keep it through the inquiry. Right? With the numbers that call me. But all these men take the same liar. All these men take the same liar. Right? And I want to explain something to y'all. I challenge anybody here. I call people name, I ain't freaking nobody. I challenge anybody here to go up on Azruddin Mohamed page, on the Facebook page, and check before paper shots get killed and see if he been doing all these things we doing. He started doing this thing to win the hearts of people.
So, just like how there's a private, and them could come and say they don't have a U.S. visa, the car just take where? He could say the same thing too. But you see, is who get money eat pork, most flowers said or every brother, who get money eat pork, eh?
I'm telling you. Big part
and
of
there's nobody, look at this thing going on. Now you is the head of the crime chief, and you, how you gonna sing yourself, bro? I don't understand. How you gonna investigate yourself?
Right. Listen, these conversations that we be having, right, is really help us to really suss out and realize as we're thinking, hey, reasoning on a real level, what's really going on in the country. You know?
Yeah, bro, corruption high. Look at the commission, the policeman from Region 1. He's still down administratively, collecting money every month, my brother.
I'm telling you.
Can he get dismissed yet, you know? Now this man, he got a family. And this man been dismissed for how much years now this man got dismissed. And this man is the man now bring these things to light.
Yeah.
Now, what the U.S. Embassy doing with this? What the ABC countries them doing these revelations, my brother?
Yeah. Big,
and I was saying, I think, my brother, now, if this man bring out these revelation, damning revelation, he's saying that when they check some computer, they see numbers popping up. And this man got related to the crime, and this man got meet this man in the way of his source, his bank, wherever. Now, how they say now that Roger can give them information and say, Mark Richmond is the driver, and there was no proper clearance that you could have seen who shoot who. And you understand? It's the thing we're corrupt.
Exactly. There's a lot, somebody covering up something, and at some point, guess what? It's gonna have to come to light, buddy, like all things always do. It's crazy.
And look, my brother, what I'm saying, why they haven't checked Roger Khan's phone yet? Why they haven't arrested Roger Khan yet and bring it for questioning? Then Roger Khan met something at the funeral. How this and this, and even look for justice. And up to now, he's been quiet since when. Have you heard him since then?
There wasn't much coming in the headlines with Dust since then. And we gotta ask ourselves, how come he is not, playing more of an intricate part? Well, unless it's a part that we don't know about that's being played with everything that's going on, given that he was right there that night, dressed in the same kind of outfit, allegedly.
Yeah, but look at it again. The car is but 10 feet away from Farmgate. Why he had to go and bring the car? He's a shield? He was shielding the bullets down from Roger Khan.
I'm telling you.
Why was the family didn't get up or 7 other man was 3 them the driver in the night? Why didn't send the driver who was driving the night to bring the car?
Yeah.
Huh? Why you send paper shark?
Okay. Look at that.
And these police just look these officers just looking over the shoulder. They just looking over the shoulder, they're not looking in that direction, they're turning their face.
Crazy. Crazy when you think about it.
But again, the FBI needs to step in the country and take care of all these people then.
But remember the thing is this, right? For that to happen, they gotta be invited.
The Guyana in Guyana right now, you know, my brother. They take them back to Guyana right now.
Well, I hope it don't get to that, because the thing is this, and even for the
three people don't get shoot, so you can't overthink what there. If you go in there, 3 people don't get shoot. They're dead. You understand me, brother?
Yeah.
So it's real terrible. The FBI needs to step in.
And what happened to all of them? The point that I wanted to make with the FBI stepping in is that for that to happen, it has to be a request from persons in the government, namely more than likely the president, attorney general, you know, persons in those kind of offices.
Me believe them, brother. Me believe they have to give authority. Because they did not give authority when they investigating flipping on Mohammed. So why the government not give them authority now? The government put itself out and said they have no dealing with that.
Okay.
So you see how this thing comes? You see how this thing comes, my brother?
Yeah. But listen. You see how we sit and we analyze these things and we suss out how this thing is cracked, because guess where the conversation come from? The conversation come from the ambassador.
Exactly, but the thing is, if the FBI wants to come in your country and run work, the FBI they run all the time and taking notes. They know who for pulling and who not for pulling. You try pass the airport, who getting pulling one by one. Because the information they give the people have.
Hold on there. So that means all the time, if we're going along with this chain of conversation and this chain of rationale, somebody in authority knew about this investigation that was going on since before it burst out.
That is what I'm trying to let you know, my brother. Bro, when the FBI wants you, they get buy a girl or whoever. Huh?
Yeah.
Why the government didn't give them the okay to come and take your buy over with the border then? Huh? When they want to, they go and get you, then you buy a girl to stop you, my brother.
Yeah.
When you see everybody that pass through the airport and they get out of here, you see the camping down and then they're taking their phone against the door because they know what's going on. And a lot of big boys, they go camp pass the airport just somewhere, brother.
But
they go can't touch down in Miami or New York or nowhere.
These things is implicating the nation as a whole, though, because it's going to cause a lot of problems internationally if we got big officials. And that's the case, you understand me? That's not good, because think about this.
If we get a president of doing skullduggery, and all the ministers them following him, who sell icicles, who sell floaty, who sell popcorn, who sell chocolate,
who sell juice,
and get all them billions of dollars, billion mansions, and poor people struggling for all years, and they can't even build frame up a house yet. Just imagine that. And you telling me they're watching them? They're watching all of them. Because who gives the information for all the rest of people that forget sanction?
Yeah.
Who was doing that investigation?
Yeah.
And you ain't hearing nothing but the rest who get sanctioned. You ain't hearing nothing about me come to say she's a saint right now. She's a saint right now. Yeah, we did listen, my brother. Pick up yourself, my youth.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling in and for highlighting them details. When you think about it, it's real crazy, you know. Because if persons got a request, who made the request or who accepted or gave permission or acknowledged the fact that this was being done all along. You understand? Because in accordance with what we would have heard publicly explained, that, you know, they can't just come in, the FBI allegedly can't just come in accordance with persons in authority explaining this and, you know, do what they want in a sovereign nation just like that without persons in authority giving them that go ahead. Big up yourself to all the travelers live with us. Everyone that's gonna catch this one in the rewind in the future. I'm telling you, so many intricate details to this headline, so many things going on right now, so much for us to stay updated with. Delta 9 travelers, did you take a couple of seconds and just make sure that you up? Greetings.
I forget to mention this for me, brother.
Yeah.
Anytime you will get any embassy in any country, CIA and FBI just always on the ground. You not bring them, they just always be there. You shut up it. Anytime, anywhere in this world, once there's a U.S. embassy, the CIA and the FBI always on the ground, my brother. You not call them, they're there, they're listening down the ground. Because why you believe the head of state does visit these areas?
Okay.
Why you believe the big one government does visit these areas? They just tell them the green light when to come, how to come.
Yeah.
You understand me, brother?
Yeah.
So don't get tired of it. Everybody are here. Every single body are hearing there, my brother. We ain't got to call them. They hear, they're listening.
On the ground.
They're on the ground. So, if you are calling me, brother, they're there. Are they listening?
Yeah, man. Big up to all the travelers live with us. I'm telling you, so much, so many headlines, so much things for us to analyze. Delta 9 travelers, who's in the chat? Who are the frequent travelers in the chat with us right now? Marcia. Marcia said, Delta, we gotta take this show up to 9. Marcia, see, I push the show all the way up to 9. We even passed 9 right now, and we still got almost 300 persons live with us in the chat. Thanks for being a part of the live presentation. Big up yourself, Marcia. Thanks for tuning in. And all the persons live with us, I'm seeing moderation. PA, what's going on? PA saying, James Bond mission as the umbrella technician. I telling you. Hey, that was a decision that was made for that mission to be the umbrella technician. He did it with his own decision. It wasn't a persuasion that made him a technician. Pick up yourself, PA. I'm telling you. Hey, man say he decided himself to do so. You know, and I guess over time we'll understand more about that decision. Big up yourself to Mr. Bond. Out and about. Big Calypso competition. I'm telling you, we got some new entries. We're probably going to highlight it over the weekend and analyze some more of that. Rasta Empress is saying good night to PA. I'm bigging up all the moderators. I'm telling you, it's lively in the chat with all the frequent travelers here with us. Carlisle, thanks for tuning in. Shalom, shalom. So we push it all the way to 9. Big up to all of those who are still here with us. Thanks for tuning in. And guess what? The flight has landed right here on Delta9 Media. The flight has landed. You know what that means? On your way out, make sure that you are subscribed. If you're going to become a channel member, become a channel member. Thumbs up the live. You should have done the thumbs up on your way in. But if you forget, thumbs up the live on your way out. Ain't nothing. It don't cost you nothing at all. But guess what? It will keep you connected with everything that we share over here at Delta9 Media, right? And it will help to boost the video in the algorithm as well. Definitely a lot of trending headlines that are coming in. We would have mentioned this in the beginning of the live. The CCJ president to deliver ruling on Mohammed extradition comes when? July 29th. I'm telling you, right around the corner. Right? Right around the corner. So look out for those updates. And we definitely going to keep you updated with all the other details and a number of other headlines that are definitely going to be trending as well. Once again, one love to everyone tuned in. I hope that everyone has a great